Friday you're doing today. You should have did 1, 2, 3, 7, and 10 on Friday from the classwork. That way you only have 4 problems for today. But if you didn't finish Friday's assignment, that just means you have more to do today. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. Will be turned in class either today or tomorrow, the classwork paper. So let's talk about the notes. So on the notes, on Friday, we talked about skew lines. Skew lines, well, we didn't really talk about it, but we talked about it. Skew lines don't intersect. They're also not parallel. Parallel lines never intersect. They have the same slope. Perpendicular lines and intersect at a 90-degree intersection. The reason why is because they have opposite reciprocal slopes. And then we basically did everything on the front on Friday. What we're going to do is we're going to finish the front and we're going to do some problems from the back, and then we're going to cross out the rest. Whatever we skip on the notes, you do not have to finish. So if I give you an equation, y equals 1/2 x plus 2, what is the slope? Is it 2 or is it 1/2? What?
Half.
1/2. So if I want the parallel slope, what's the slope? No.
Minus 2.
No.
The same one.
The same. So what? 1/2. Parallel lines have the same slope.
Negative the opposite, so -2/1.
Good. Perpendicular, you flip it and you make it either positive or negative. It was positive, so now it's negative. You're a genius. Okay, for number 2, what's your slope? 4. Okay, the slope is 4. So what's the parallel slope?
What is 4?
Parallel's 4.
said that.
Perpendicular is -1/4. Now, notice 3 looks different. This is the only new thing we are adding today. On Friday, everything was in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Today, everything is going to be in standard form. Standard form is, I wrote all the formats on the board from Algebra 1. So y equals mx plus b is the most like generic one. Point slope form is what we use to plug it in and rearrange it. This is called standard form, ax plus by equals c. What we need to do is we need to change this to look like this. So we need to get the y by itself. So does anybody remember from Algebra 1, what is the first step to get y by itself? Subtract 6x. So because it's positive 6, we're going to minus 6 to both sides. 6x. Don't forget the x. I still have -5y on the left, so I'm going to bring it down. And we're going to, let's scribble out number 4, so that way we actually have space to write. So -5y equals, and now you can't combine 10 and -6x because one has an x and one's a number. Now, normally, look at the slope. The slope is normally next to the equal sign. So I'm going to put the -6x first, and I'm going to put positive 10 in the back. Just so that way I don't write 10 minus 6x and then have an extra step to flip it. So I'm kind of like flipping it in the same time. I cannot combine them because one's a number, one's an x. So I still have to get y by itself, which is first period. That is like literally what everybody forgot to do is this next step. You have to get y by itself. How do I get rid of the -5 in the front? Divide everything by -5. So every single term gets divided by -5. So y is now completely by itself. I bring down my equal sign. -6 over -5 does not go in evenly, but 2 negatives will make a positive. So I'll bring it down as 6/5 x. And then what is positive 10 divided by -5? -2. So now it's actually in slope-intercept form. So if I wanted the parallel slope, what's my slope? 6/5, because it stays the same. Parallel lines have the same slope. If I wanted the perpendicular slope, -5/6. No. So we're going to skip 4 because there's not a lot of space. Let's go to number 5. 5 is the same thing. Notice how x and y are together. We need to get rid of 3x. How am I going to move the 3x? Minus 3x to both sides. I'm going to bring down, this one's very similar to the last one. I'm going to bring down negative 5y. I cannot combine 10 and negative 3x, so what am I writing?
3x plus 10.
Negative 3x plus 10. 10's positive, that's why it says plus. And now I have to get rid of the negative 5. What do I do? Divide every term by negative 5. Every term gets a negative 5. First period, literally, that's the only thing that they kept forgetting to do. It was like, so y equals 3 and 5 can't reduce, but the two negatives can go away. Negative and a negative make a positive, so just 3/5. And not plus 3, what the heck? What? No, divide. Negative 2. So if I want the parallel slope to this equation, what's the parallel slope? The same thing, 3/5. What's the perpendicular slope? Negative 5/3. That is the only thing we are adding. Every single problem today, we are going to have to rearrange because it was not in slope-intercept form. All of Fridays were in slope-intercept form. Today, we have an extra step. We have to rearrange it, and then it's literally the same thing as Friday. So everything on the front should be done. Right? Everything on the front's done? We did that all on Friday?
Yeah.
What?
I'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, you were asleep. Let's go to the back. So on the back, let's go to number. Let's go to number 8. We're gonna do number 8, and then we're going to cross out number 9. Do you want to know which ones we're crossing out to start? Let's cross them out first. So on the back side, we are going to cross out number 9.
7.
Nope. We're gonna cross out 11. We're gonna cross out 13. We're basically skipping every other problem on this side because there's not a lot of space. Over here, we're gonna do we're gonna cross out 14. And then we'll do the rest. So let's start with number 8. Number 8 is just like Friday. So I want to review Fridays before we get into the completely like new problem. So 8 says it's perpendicular to y equals 3/7 x minus 1. This is in slope-intercept form. So if it's perpendicular and the slope was 3/7, it does not stay the same.
Oh.
Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines do not. Negative 7/3. So my slope, my m, I flip it and make it negative. If it was negative, it would become positive. So I flipped it. Opposite reciprocal. My pass-through point is 3, -1. So that's x1, y1. And then I'm going to start by writing the formula that we used on Friday. So this is exactly like Fridays. So the reason why we're skipping these, feel free to write in this space if you need. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So we're going to start with point slope form. We're going to plug it in. We're going to rearrange it.
But isn't it gonna be +1 since the 1 is negative?
Good. So because I'm plugging in a -1 here, a negative sign and a negative sign make a positive. So I'm plugging in y plus 1 equals, what's my slope? -7/3. And then x minus 3. Now you need to distribute. So just like on Friday, we're going to distribute our 7/3. Let me just calculate.
No.
Do you? Nice. Come on. Use your fraction button, distribute. So where's your notes?
Wait, I don't know what get out.
And make your 7/3 negative. You forgot to make your 7/3 negative. Yeah.
Basically, what you want to do.
I'm gonna put it in the fraction. So everything. Wow. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're doing negative 7/3. Distributing, so you're multiplying by the same.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
So this makes negative 7/3 x. Now, negative times a negative is what? A positive. So you forgot the minus sign is the negative sign, a 3, when you plugged it into the calculator. A negative and a negative is a positive. What's 7/3 times 3? 7. Good. And then I bring down what's in the front. And then from Friday, what do? Last step. It's negative 7/3. And you're multiplying by negative 3. You probably put positive 3. So I have to minus 1 to both sides. Minus 1. So y equals. A lot of people think that the minus sign, you're like, yeah, in your brain, you're like, it's a minus sign. A minus sign is a negative sign. So if you're distributing in and it's a minus sign, I always think of it as a negative sign instead of a minus sign. Okay, so that is what we did on Friday. We are doing the same thing, but instead of it starting and just being able to take out the slope, we have to rearrange it first and then take out the slope. So we have an extra step. So for number 10, 10 says it's parallel to 4x plus 3y equals 9. Notice that this is not in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form has y by itself to start. So this is starting like this bottom equation on the board. That looks like this. If it looks like this to start, you need to rearrange it first. So we have to get y by itself. So if I'm going to get y by itself, should I add 4x to both sides or subtract 4x to both sides? Subtract, because it's positive, I'm going to minus it. So I subtract 4x to both sides, just like we did on the front. Bring down 3y. Bring down my equals. These cannot combine. Negative 4x plus 9. And then what do I have to divide every term by? Divide by 3. So the first period literally just forgot to divide every term by 3. So y is by itself. I have my equal sign. I cannot simplify negative 4/3, so it just stays as negative 4/3. And then plus 3. So if this is my equation that I'm looking at, and it's parallel to this, do I keep the slope or does the slope change?
You keep it.
You keep it because it's parallel. Parallel lines have the same slope. So I'm using the slope. That's the whole point of this. I need the slope. So I'm taking the slope out of that. That's my m. And then I'm using x1 and y1, and I'm plugging it into point slope form. So this is the new step for today. Everything else is the same from Friday. So y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So I'm, So I'm going to substitute it. No, I don't know what, like, I've literally feel like I've had this cough for like a month. Like, it's just like lingering around. And I'm taking medicine too. So like, I don't know.
Mine's be the sport function.
It might just like be contaminated by you guys permanently.
You might get me sick. Well,
But I'm not even sick. That's the problem. It's like, I don't feel sick. Like, I don't have fever. I don't have literally anything besides this like dry, husky cough. But I think it doesn't help that I have to like project my voice all day. Like if I had a job that like I just sat at a computer
you do really.
and didn't talk, I probably would get bored, but like my voice could heal. Okay, so y, is it y minus 2 or is it y plus 2? Plus 2, because you're minusing a negative. So y plus 2. My slope is negative 4/3.
I'm done.
You're done? Oh, And then x plus 3 because it's negative. So plus 3. Same thing from Friday. I'm distributing using the calculator. Negative 4/3 times x is negative 4/3 x. What's negative 4/3 times positive 3? Positive 4 or negative 4?
Positive.
Negative.
Oh.
Because it's a negative times a positive, so that's a minus sign. It's negative.
Oh.
And then last step. Subtract 2. Yes. When everything will be more simpler.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Now,
Yeah.
But this paper, is it good if I get a negative? For number 10?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Are you thinking
Yeah.
that? Or you need a-
Yeah.
You can get a negative,
If I get a negative, postcode?
like a negative slope.
Negative. Not a negative way, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'll come over there in a second.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Oh, a decimal.
number 12, take a second. You're rearranging this first. You move the 3x to the other side. Do you need to add 3x or subtract 3x? Because it's negative, so you have to add this. Because it's perpendicular, so your slope's not negative.
Oh,
You flip it and make it positive. So start by adding 3x to both sides. Add 3x to both sides.
We have
Add
to
3x to
add.
both sides.
But then
Because it's negative,
you're right, you're right.
we would add. Take a 10 minutes. 3, 2. Oops. Yeah. You can't combine 3x and 10. So remember they say separate. So you should have 5y equals, what's gonna go first? The 3x. In the back, is it plus 10 or is it minus 10? Minus, that's negative. What do you divide every term by? 5. You can't simplify 3/5. Stays at 3/5.
What a class.
Yeah, go to class.
That was one of them.
You can't come in here literally every single day.
I know.
Where's like, why do
Literally. Why are you never in class? I'm so confused.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
I
you're never in class.
It's always.
This is like 2 minutes out of my.
I'm gonna tell Garabrand, be like, stop letting him out because he's always. No, I'm literally gonna.
You're
gonna text her and be like, Hey Garabrand, just so you know, he comes into my room every single day when you let
You
him.
got hands up here.
So just like, don't let him out.
Yeah,
anymore.
you're gonna be talking about some games, bro. It's gonna like.
This is easy.
But then Ryan's gonna let us come out of class.
Okay, if it's parallel to this,
It's the same.
it stays the same. So I'm using 3/5 or point slope form. We're plugging in the slope or plugging in the point. Try to plug in your stuff. No one here. Carolyn Crane. Action. Anthony Quez. DJ.
I did like 2 cents in the video.
Okay.
I was gonna buy it.
So it's gonna be y minus 4 or y plus 4? Plus, because it's a negative. A negative and a negative will make a positive. My slope stays as 3/5. And then it's x. Is it minus 5 or plus 5?
That's fine.
Plus 5, because a negative and a negative make a positive. Same thing as Friday. I'm distributing my 3/5 into the parentheses. 3/5 times x is just 3/5 x. 3/5 times 5 is 3. And a positive times positive is just positive, so it should be a plus 3. Last step,
Or it's -1.
subtract 4, and it makes -1.
I think it's like that.
Maybe that's the term.
Okay, so we're skipping number 13, we're skipping number 14, we're going to number 15. 15 is multiple choice. It is literally the same thing. It says, what is the equation of a line that is perpendicular to 3x plus y equals 2 and passes through the point 6, 8? The first thing we need to do is change it into slope-intercept form. So take a second, look at 15, because people are still copying this. So I'm leaving this up here for a second. Look at 15. Start by moving the 3x to the other side. Yes.
Get down. It's-
So start by rearranging number 15. You should be minusing 3x each side.
Thank you. Okay. Okay.
What's going to be on the other side of my equal sign?
Yeah, you guys not
Negative 3x plus 2.
Yeah, it is.
Is there anything to divide by? No. You could divide by 1, but you don't need to because it doesn't do anything. Okay. If it's perpendicular, I am not using -3 as my slope. I have to use the opposite reciprocal of -3. So positive 1/3, because -3 over 1 changes to positive 1/3. So I'm using that. And then I'm using point slope form. Point slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. If my slope has to be 1/3, automatically a and b are out. It's either C or D. So you're going to plug in your coordinates. You're going to plug in your slope. You're going to distribute.
Let's try.
Notice these are multiple choice. That's because they came
Ready, Jackson?
from somewhere important.
No.
We have 50-50 chance. So I would plug it in and see which one's right. Yep, you got to just, you have to distribute. Distribute your 1/3.
See.
What's 1/3 times -6?
Here it's
-2.
E.
It is D.
Gosh, you saw with it.
You said C.
And
There was only 2 options. I was right the second time. Well,
hey, yeah, that was fun.
what'd he say?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't. I'm such a nice person.
You have to be kind.
The nicest person.
Are you?
It's obviously.
Oh,
Okay, try 16. 16 we did on Friday, a very similar problem. 16 is just matching based on the original equation, which one is parallel, which one is perpendicular, which one is neither. So take a minute because this is a question on the next test.
I think.
We're going to be given an equation and there's only one of each. So don't choose parallel twice. Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. The original slope is 7/5. So try to match each one. Parallel is the same. Opposite reciprocal.
So, I like it. No, but like I really didn't.
Are you done?
Or like,
No.
when I say they release them, like, like.
This problem, yeah.
You gotta do all 3. Did you do all 3?
I did.
Oh, what's the first one?
I got.
No, it's C
Oh.
because this is positive, this is negative. It's not the
I
same.
see that. I didn't see the.
What's the next one?
Am I? Is it A?
A. And then the last one is B.
I don't look at my paper.
Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. If it's neither, then it's neither. There's one of each on the next test. Do not choose perpendicular all 3 times. Don't be a ding dong. Okay, there's one of each. Last problem we're doing is number 17. 17 says, what is the equation of a line that is perpendicular?
Wait, how we know? 16.
That's perpendicular to 1/3 x plus y equals -7 and passes through the point 1, 2. So this is in standard form. I have to rearrange it into slope intercept form. So what am I subtracting to both sides? 1/3. It's ugly, but yes, I'm subtracting 1/3 x to both sides. 1/3 x minus 1/3 x. And you're like, what the heck? That's okay. We're still moving it. It is weird. I cannot combine 1/3 x and -7. So what should go first?
1/3 is back.
Yes. 1/3 x. The 7 in the back is negative. Now, if it's perpendicular,
Wait, has it been negative 1/3?
well, it's subtracting 1/3.
Oh,
So if this was the slope,
wait.
if it was -1/3, what's it changed to? 3 or 3/1. We're using slope and the point, plugging it in and rearranging it. So automatically the options that are out are C and D. It's only A or B. We're going to plug it in and we're going to rearrange it and see which one matches. All of this is technically a review from Algebra 1. You just don't remember it because it was like the second week of school. It's probably like the second one. If you want to put it over 1, you can put it over 1. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I want to get it. I was singing the song.
I used to sing to my algebra kids. X equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a.
Knowing that's good, I'm just like, great.
Yeah, that's.
And then I'd like sing to them every single day. And I forgot I used to sing to my kids, but then I had one of the kids, like my kids' sisters last year. She was like, I thought you were gonna sing to us. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, but I would used to like sing to my kids as they walked into class. I'd be like, welcome back to Algebra 1, where we have so much fun in the class. And I was like, oh, I forgot I did that. Because she was singing it. And I was like, I didn't even have you. And you know the song I used to sing to your sister?
One is not a fun subject.
Yeah.
Oh, I might
Oh,
remember the.
Yes.
I work.
Yes.
Made me pick up the shit. Things so bad.
No. Why'd you say yes? You had to say yes. No. That's no.
Every day I'll come to 6th period. Can you pick my shifts tonight?
That's definitely a no. I'd be like, absolutely not.
And then complains. And then he complains that he has no money. And I said, you keep making me pick up your shifts.
Where do you work? Where do you guys work? Where? Panera?
Yeah.
Which one? I love me some Panera, but that's not the one I go to. Okay, so on the classwork paper, you are basically finishing. I already scribbled out which ones that you're not doing, as you can tell. Okay, so if you did not do your problems from Friday, now you have more to do today.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's due tomorrow.
Wait, don't you do it?
Nope,
Where's mine?
nope.
You were just.
Keep it because it's you'll get credit whenever I check your notebook.
Okay.
That's why it's 100 points.
Wait, is it part of the?
So you're not turning anything in online. You're turning it in class when you're done the classwork paper.
The sector?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
But that's, yeah, you like never.